What does it take to be the ideal male role model, and what does it take to be the ideal man? For generations we have pondered this question, and in today's video we're going to figure out the real answer of who is the true king. Now, over the last few years there have been two names for two combatants who keep popping up. On one hand we have Andrew Tate, internet personality, kickbox champion, and owner of Hustlers University. On the other hand we have Aragorn, son of Arathorn, a ranger from the north and the true king of Gondor. Now, each of these men has been looked to as the pinnacle male role model by different groups of people. But there can only be one true king, one true role model to rule them all. So today we are going to break down each man into the sum of his parts and find out who really is the true man worth following. So in order to find out which categories these combatants will be judged on, I did the only logical thing. I went to Google. I also personally added categories that I feel should personify the ideal man. Now, I've wanted to search down to a total of 7 categories that I feel are the most important to make the ideal man. Now, I'm going to let the clips of Andrew Tate speak for themselves, seeing as how he's a real-life human and can vocalize his own opinions. With Aragorn, I'm going to give context to the scene as viewed from the omniscient viewer. Now, in every category, both men's clips will be played side by side. Now, after each set of clips in the category, I want you, the viewer, to really think about which man personifies that category the best. So without further ado, game on! Now for our first category, we have respect.
You ain't fucking with me. I'd have my left hand, I'd still like jab, I'd fucking swing low, take your fucking knee out. You ain't gonna see it coming. What would a woman do? Slap the machete, slap her in the face, one hand, machete, and then backhand. I perfected this in pimp school. When I got my PhD, we had to practice if a girl comes at you, you cheated, you cheating. It's bang out the machete, boom in her face, and then grip her up by the neck. Like, shut up, bitch! Her panties get wet. The machete's on the floor, her panties are all wet. You go, fuck her. That's how it goes. Slap, slap, grab, choke, shut up, bitch, sex.
My friends. You bow to no one.
Even as the king, Aragorn isn't above paying respects to the hobbits for what they have done for the world. Doing this, I think, really helps validate the hardships that the hobbits, and especially Frodo, as the ring bearer, went through. Our second category is humility.
Don't call me a misogynist! What am I gonna do? My private jet won't fly. My supercars won't start. All my beautiful women will no longer sleep with me. My diamonds won't shine. Please don't type that in. No, please. I'm not a misogynist. I don't give a...
Why do you fear the past? You are a Isildur's heir, not a Isildur himself. You are not bound to his fate.
The same blood flows in my veins. Same weakness.
Aragorn is not afraid to admit his flaws or show his weaknesses or fears. Despite how much of a badass he is, he can still recognize these things and stay humble. It shows that there is still room left for him to grow as a person. For our third category, empathy.
If you're the kind of person who feels like they need therapy, you're useless. Because in the harshest realities of this cold world, there are people in Syria whose entire families have been blown to fuck, who are still getting up every day, making fucking bread and selling it on the streets so they have enough money to buy a new pair of sandals sometime next year.
I let Frodo go. Then you did what I could not. I tried to take the ring from him.
Despite Boromir's shortcomings, Aragorn can empathize with him as a man who just wants to help his people. He can put himself in Boromir's boots and understand how truly hard his task is, that not everyone is going to have the same mental fortitude as himself.
Leave it. It is over. The world of men will fall. and all will come to darkness, and my city to ruin. I do not know what strength is in my blood, but I swear to you, I will not let the White City fall, nor our people fail. Our people. Our people. I would have followed you, my brother. My captain. My king. Peace, son of Gondor.
Our fourth category is leadership.
Build their values. So if you're supposed to be a leader of men, then you need to have at least built some value within yourself. That's what I believe. So if you're going to say I'm an expert on how to live life as a man, that's fine. Then you should have some tangible assets that you've built yourself. I'm not saying everyone has to be rich, but physical condition is an easy one, I guess. It's a very easy one. Like if you're a leader of men, why wouldn't you? So it's very, very difficult for me as a person to adhere to that kind of mindset. Like I've always been a leader by example. That's how I believe you should lead. And I try and do my best by showing things. And especially as a man, if you're going to build value and you're going to teach men to build value, you need to be building value yourself.
Hold your ground! Hold your ground! Sons of Gondor! Of Rohan! My brothers! I see in your eyes the same fear that would take the heart of me. A day may come when the courage of men fails, when we forsake our friends and break all bonds of fellowship. But it is not this day. An hour of wolves and shattered shields when the age of men comes crashing down. But it is not this day. This day we fight. By all that you hold dear on this good earth, I bid you stand, men of the West!
Despite facing certain death, Aragorn leads a group of men to fight at the Black Gate. If he was a weak leader, his men would have never followed him. He knew he had to do this to distract Sauron's attention from the hobbits carrying the ring to Mount Doom. If he failed as a leader, it would have meant certain doom for the hobbits and therefore all of Middle-earth. Our fifth category is confidence.
Andrew does have one undeniable skill that seems to be responsible for most or all of his success so far. He's just really entertaining.
I hate everyone equally. Don't come at me and call me sexist or racist or any of these things. I hate everyone. I don't care if you're black, white, straight, gay, man, and woman. I hate you anyway. I do know how to administer CPR. However, I will not administer CPR unless you're a hot female. If you're some fat dude and you just had a heart attack and I don't really know you,
would you destroy it?
I would have gone with you to the end. Into the very fires of Mordor.
I know. Look after the others.
Having a lot of true confidence in yourself means you can lend some of that confidence into other people. That's what Aragorn does here with Frodo. Despite Frodo being only a fraction of the warrior and survivalist that Aragorn is, he places his trust in Frodo's hands to carry and destroy the One Ring. For our 6th category, Battle Prowess. Respect where it's due, Andrew Tate had a fighting record of 76 wins, 9 losses, 1 draw, and 32 knockouts. Aragorn has more kills than I have hours played in World of Warcraft. That is a lot. And for our last category, Stoicism.
You're a psychopath. All this is happening. You don't even care. They're threatened by the fact that I'm stoic. Like, oh, he has emotional control. He's a threat. Because then they can't lie to me. They can't psyop me. Why does somebody murder someone? He's acting out his feelings. He's not a very stoic person if he goes, I hate you, bang. They want you to be emotionally incontinent. And this is another thing they're teaching men. They're teaching men to act out your feelings. Well, why are they doing that? Because that makes you an emotional person and you're easier to control. You understand what I'm saying? It's all absolutely utterly done on purpose. It's kind of amazing to me that nobody sits there and understands the best way you can rebel against a slave mind and resist the matrix is just to be the kind of person who uses logic, stoic, emotionally controlled, is physically strong because a strong body is a strong mind, who refuses to be told or labeled as something. I'm Andrew Tate, work hard for my last name, I understand what's right and wrong, I'm gonna do my absolute best.
You cannot think that this ranger will ever sit upon the throne of Gondor. This exile, crept from the shadows, will never be crowned king.
I love this scene so much because it shows how much Aragorn can say without saying anything at all. His silence and stares were worth more than any petty insult he could hurl at anyone. If you have to run around and say how tough or how stoic you are, then you are really neither. A motherfucker doesn't need to tell everyone else that they are a motherfucker. Now who do you think won that battle? Who do you think men should truly follow? Who would make the best male role model? Now I'd like to see who your pick would be in the comment section below. Now we have to ask ourselves, which one of these men would you want your daughter to date? I think that pretty much sums it up. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, give me a like. I'll see you next time. Drink up, there's more.
J'aimerais tellement lui dire, mais je n'ose pas, lui qui me fait tout.